All right, starting into chapter 5. In your notes or in 5.1, we introduce what's going to be known as a mid-segment. And essentially what a mid-segment is when you look at a triangle, a mid-segment will connect two midpoints. So just as a reminder, in your opener here, I have us finding the midpoint of each side of the triangle. So if you need a formula, your midpoint for between 2 points says you're going to add your x's and divide them by 2. Then we're going to add our y's and divide those by 2. So for segment AB, 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. Divide those by 2, and we get the point 0, 3. For segment BC, 0 plus 4 is 4. Divided by 2 is 2. 0 plus 0 is 0. Divided by 2 is still 0. So for BC, we get this point of 2, 0. Now for AC, and this is the one I'll show you how to do it, it is 0 plus 4 divided by 2. And it is 6 plus 0 divided by 2. So we get the point 2, 3. So those are your 3 midpoints of your segment. Now, as I said, what we're going to do then is we're going to connect 2 of those midpoints. Maybe we'll connect these 2. Right? This segment here is going to be known as a mid-segment. Likewise, you could have this one. This segment here will be known as a mid-segment. Or your third one, we could connect these 2. That segment there will be known as a mid-segment. And a mid-segment, when we go into it, is going to have 2 properties that we're going to need to know about. A mid-segment of a triangle is a segment that connects the midpoints of 2 sides. So this point here will be a midpoint, and this point here would be a midpoint. That would make this your mid-segment. Right? That mid-segment has 2 properties that we need to know. If you look at that mid-segment connects 2 sides. The mid-segment connects 2 sides. Right? There's going to be there's one side that it does not connect. Right? And in this case, that side is AB. There are 2 relationships that you need to know when you compare a mid-segment to that third side. It is going to be parallel to it, and it is going to be half the length of it. So if this length here was 10, then this length here would be 20. Right, so those are the 2 things you need to know about a mid-segment. The segment connecting the midpoints of a triangle, so we just talked that it is a mid-segment, is parallel to the third side. So DE is parallel to AC here. And it is half the length of that third side. So DE is half of AC. Right, taking a look at a couple examples then. It says a large triangular window is segmented as shown. In the diagram, DF and EF are mid-segments of triangle ABC. Find DF and AB. So let's start with DF. DF is a mid-segment. DF is going to be half the length as the third side. So it is going to be half the length of BC. Well, if BC is 90, then DF will be 45. Now, you should be able to go the other way also. EF is also a mid-segment. EF is going to be half the length of AB. Well, if EF is 45, then AB will have to be 90. Right? You need to be able to go both ways. So it says in your diagram, it says QS is equal to SP. QS is equal to SP. And PT is equal to TR. It says show that QR is parallel to ST. So we're just going to reason through why that would have to be. Right? If QS is equal to SP, that means S is a midpoint. If PT is equal to TR, that means T is also a midpoint. If those are two midpoints, then ST is what we call a midsegment. If ST is a midsegment, then ST is parallel to the third side, which is QR. Now, if you're looking at your note packet, there is other information in 5.1, working on coordinate proofs and putting things in a coordinate plane. In order to save time this year, that is going to be a concept that we are going to skip over. So it's not something you will be tested on. So it's not something we're going to worry about. It's going to save us a day so that we can get into some other material that is a little bit more important. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to give you your homework tonight. So there's your homework, pages 289 or 298 to 299, numbers 3 to 11, and 24 to 27. All right, if you have any questions, please make sure you let me know.